How's it going? Thank you for watching this video. So there's a couple of trainings that I want to be covering here, and the very first thing I want to cover now, when it comes into sales business performance, there's a couple of super crucial things that you need to get far developed, because in the process of sales you're going to realize that your connection with the customer, a lot of your success will begin with yourself, and it's not necessarily what you say, but how you say it, how you deliver, and how you're connected with the customers while you go through it. So, and this is going to carry over to a lot of different aspects of life, so it's a really important lesson that you do on your own, and you do it beyond and continuously. So there's three things that we're going to cover. The very first thing that we're going to cover is gratitude. Now, with gratitude, grab a piece of paper right now. I want you to write down 5 things. Those 5 things you're going to write down, they can be anything as far as good things that have happened to you, bad things that have happened to you because it's pushed you to become better. Also, at the same time, I want you to be, you can be grateful for anything. So even if it's just the shirt on your body, if it's the air that you're breathing, or a relationship, a person that you know or have in your life. Now, when you write these down, I don't want you just to write it down and move past it. With each thing that you're grateful for, I want you to look at it, reflect on it, feel the gratitude you have for that, visualize it, and then go deep with that, and really feel it, because that's what you're doing is you're changing your state, you're making yourself feel better. Now, just so you understand the importance of gratitude, when you're in a state of gratitude, you're more appreciative of what's around you and you take less things for granted. That sounds a little bit obvious, but when you're in a state of gratitude, think about the people that you know in your life. We all know someone that appreciates you, appreciates everything that's around them, and those people we want to spend most amount of our time with. Now, think about it like that. If you're appreciative, how are the relationships going to be different with people that are around you? How is, your relationship when you're talking to a customer? You're going to listen to them, be more focused, because what happens is the more you think about your stresses, the more you think about your problems, the things that, we're not grateful to have around in our life, it's distracted. It's kind of like the idea of driving distracted on your cell phone. You're more probable to get into car accidents. And it's the same kind of idea that in our life when we're thinking about the things, if we're distracted by negative emotions, issues, stresses, anxieties, what someone just said to us, or something that whatever it is that just happened yesterday or last week or even a year ago, if we're stuck on dwelling on these things, we're just bumping into stuff in life. We're, saying the wrong things, rubbing people off the wrong way. So focusing on your gratitude every single day, having your 1 to 5 things that you're doing, gets you more focused and dialed in, present. You're going to listen better to what people are saying, and you're also going to appreciate their input, and people are going to feel that. So better relationships and better growth, better presence. Now, the next thing is your goals. So I want you to write down 5 goals, and these 5 goals are short-term goals. So these are going to be goals that between now and within the next 30 days, things that you can accomplish. A couple rules about writing your goals is that it needs to be incredibly clear when you're writing it down. So very simple, very clear. So a child can come and read what your goal is, and they can go to another child and make it clear to them so that they can understand what your goal is. Another thing about writing your goal is that what happens is if you focus on the want to accomplish the goal, it's a sense of scratching and going right at it, is write your goals down as if you've already accomplished it, because you have a different confidence moving forward towards your goals. If you already can write it down and program your brain as if you've already accomplished it, you actually will move forward just a lot more confidently. And also the reason why you're going to write it down super simple so that a child could read it and reiterate it is because your brain takes in so much information in a day. And if it's complicated, if your brain can't take it in clearly, it's not going to imprint. When you take it in clearly, it's tattooed on your brain. So the first 5 goals will be short term, and then you're going to write another 5 goals. Your next 5 goals will be attainable within now and the end of this year. Now, the reason why we're writing down the goals, this is an incredibly important point, is because there's a couple laws that come in to the way that your brain works and the way that success comes around to you. So you don't think about the laws, but you just know that they are playing in everything that you do. So when you have a clear goal, there's a law of cause and effect. The law of the cause is that you're thinking about the goals, and the effect is that you're naturally going to be moving towards your goals. The law of control is that when you control your thinking, you can control your atmosphere, everything that's going on around you. The law of belief is that when you focus on your goal, you're going to believe everything that's happening around you is gravitating you closer towards your goals. The laws of expectation is that you expect that things that are going to happen today, that you're optimistic, you're looking forward because you know that everything's going to help you move closer and closer towards your goals and achieving that. Now, the law of attraction, we've heard of this one before, where what you think about is just naturally what gravitates towards you. The law of correspondence, the outer world corresponds with your goals, and the law of superconscious activity, that you're going to move more and more and more rapidly towards your goals. So goals release ideas. It also helps you improve your self-concept, it raises your self-esteem, and you will also like yourself better. So you'll be overall more positive, your self-talk is going to be more positive. When you improve your self-confidence, it makes you unstoppable in your pursuit to your goals as well. Keep in mind that with your goals, it's not an overnight accomplishment. There's the law of incremental improvement, and we as human beings, we don't change rapidly, we change in small little inches. So keep in mind, have fun with achieving your goals. You need to gamify these things so that as you're going, so maybe you make a mistake, maybe you aren't achieving your goals, you're kind of making a game out of it where it's like, okay, well, I missed it, how can I make it better? But not attacking yourself, not beating yourself up for not accomplishing things, but flowing with it and just enjoying the process a lot better. So the last thing that you do is, so where we've covered the gratitude, we have also covered the goals. The last thing is your why. Now, I want you to write down minimum 3 to 5 whys that you have. Now, so that you understand what I mean when I'm saying why. So what your why is because if you're sitting here, if you've onboarded and you're working with us with Vivint, there's something that made you step out of your comfort zone to be in a different atmosphere and doing a different type of work. There's something that's pushing you to step forward, get the class, get the good grades. We all do have some type of why that deep down is pushing us forward. The difference between a lot of successful people and the regular people who just they do good, the difference between good and great is that the people that are great, they know what their why is. For a lot of people, it can be that they came from a very difficult background, and to overcome that, it could be supporting people. It could be some of us, the whys are very clear. Some of us, it's not as clear. I know that I've had a lot of friends who their why is the fact that they know that in life they're not going to they haven't had a lot of difficulty, but they know that it's going to come around and they need to get tough if they're going to achieve great things. So whatever your why is really important to be able to keep that at the front of your mind and keep that tattooed on your brain at the same time. So when things get tough, you don't just stop. When things get difficult, it actually pushes you to strive through it, and you can keep yourself reminded about it, because being motivated only lasts you temporarily, but when you're clear in your why, you become driven and you're not riding the highs and lows. You're continuously moving forward towards what it is that you want to accomplish. Now, the reality of all this is, I love this quote that I read. It's by Brian Tracy in the book Psychology of Achievement. Now, what he talks about is that 3% of people write down their goals, and they put their goals, their whys, their gratitude on paper. And we all work for these 3% of people. It's a huge impact that it makes. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because the more clear you become on these things, the more authentic of a person and of an individual you become, because you're tapping into yourself, what you really want in life. You know, you appreciate the people, you appreciate you're present, you're driven, you're not riding highs and lows. So, but just journaling this every single day will strive you forward and help in every aspect of your life, in business and personal lives. So the core of you as an individual is the most important thing that we want to develop on. Your homework today is do your gratitude, your goals, and your why, and practice doing this. If you can do this every single day, phenomenal. You're going to see rapid changes. But even if you do this just a couple times in a week at least, you're going to even see a lot of growth. But the more often that you're going to be doing these exercises, the faster you're going to see the changes and the growth. when you do your goals, you don't want to go back and never look at your old goals. Always keep current. Always keep what's relevant to you and your goals. I like to keep all my journals, so when I reflect, I can look at where I was and where I've developed now over months or years. And it's really interesting to see how my thinking and how my perspectives and focuses have developed and evolved. So appreciate it. Let me know how this goes.
One that builds up and creates